Hello everybody, my name's Terence and welcome to the latest episode of KopThis. I just want to say first and foremost, sorry that I've not got a video up before now in terms of our game away at the Cardiff City Stadium versus Cardiff on Saturday. It's been for a number of reasons. I've been doing work on my psychology assessment and I've also been into the city centre with my sister and to see a show, so I have been doing bits and pieces and I've really found the time to just sit down and get this video done. But anyhow, right, I thought I'd do a video now. I just wanted to ask first and foremost, guys, for your views on our performance away at Cardiff on Saturday. What do you think of the game, guys? How do what do you think of how it sort of panned out? I want you to focus particularly on resilience, if you can, because I think that was the most sort of pleasing and interesting aspect of our performance, was the sheer mental strength and resilience shown by the Reds on Saturday afternoon. I also would like you to leave your match player ratings out of 10 below, please. I enjoy reading all your comments, so please leave them below, and and I'll sort of pick up on them and perhaps talk about a few of them in my next video, which will be Wednesday evening after our game against Sunderland. I'm not going to talk a huge amount about this game. I just want to particularly pay tribute to our sheer mental resilience, mental strength, resilience, winning mentality. I thought it was fantastic, guys. And I couldn't help but think, if this had been 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, that we would have, fallen on our faces in a game like that, away at a side that are, battling relegation, trying to ensure Premier League survival, and, trailing 1-0 and 2-1. I mean, a couple of years ago, guys, I really think we'd have folded, we'd have fallen away under the pressure, and we wouldn't have had that mental, strength or winning mentality to come back and to win that game. And I think we've done that on a few occasions this season. We've done well, against Stoke, against Swansea, here now at Cardiff. We've come back from some, poor situations, guys. And I think that's, sheer tribute to Brendan Rodgers and also to this current crop of Reds players, that they're very, very good, that they're very strong. It was a good performance overall. I think defensively in the first half we were particularly found wanting. You can sort of analyse the 3 goals that we conceded as pretty poor goals, but I think that our philosophy seems to be this season, and certainly towards the end of this season, is that we're going to outscore opponents. And I think sort of Brendan Rodgers didn't seem too concerned by the goals that we were conceding in his post-match press conference. And and I share his views, to be honest. I think that we will have to shore up defensively against Man City, Spurs and Chelsea at Anfield. Because you're not going to get quite as many opportunities against those sides that you're going to get against the likes of Cardiff, or Swansea or Stoke City, etc. So I think that we will have to shore up defensively a little bit, but I do think that Brendan Rodgers is right in that he said that going forward we're feared by everybody in the league. I think, and rightly so. Daniel Sturridge and Luis Suarez's partnership's now up to 47. It's close to Premier League record breaking. Do you think that they will break the all-time Premier League record, guys? I think it's 50. Is it 55? I think it's 55 goals between Cole and Shearer, I believe, who played together for Newcastle. But what do you guys think anyway on that? Luis Suarez with his hat-trick against Cardiff took him to 28 goals for the season, equalling Robbie Fowler's record of 28 goals in a 38-game Barclays Premier League season for Liverpool. I think it's safe to say that Luis Suarez will break that record. I'd certainly like to think so, that he'll get at least a goal in the next, remaining 8 games. And he has a real chance of overtaking Alan Shearer and Cristiano Ronaldo at the top of the goal-scoring charts for a Barclays Premier League season with 31 goals. And I think that Luis Suarez, only 3 behind now, should certainly be doing that. I mean, I'd like to think that he's gonna break all sorts of records. I think what is undeniable is that Luis Suarez has been the player of the season. Remember, guys, he was out for our first 6 games. So, of the Premier League season. So, it's remarkable, really, what he's done for us. What was I going to say, guys? Basically, we obviously have Sunderland coming up. Again, I don't think that it's a foregone conclusion. I think that we have to be careful. You know, they are a side that are, again, battling relegation, and we have to do a professional job. We have to play them professionally, and we have to go into the game with the same sort of intensity that we showed against Manchester United and Southampton and, you know, other, you know, supposedly more important games, because every 3 points is vital at this stage of the season. But, you know, just looking at our record, guys, you know, we've won our last 6 games in a row now in the Barclays Premier League. We haven't done that since 2005-06, I believe it was. Fantastic. We've scored 24 goals in those 6 games and conceded 9, so that's a goal difference of plus 15. So it's very, very good, and we've had some really good wins in that time. It's also worth noting that we've won our last 3 away games as well, at Fulham, at Manchester United, and then at Cardiff, all in a row. And we've scored 3 or more goals in each of those games, you know, 3, 3 and 6, which is very, very good. You know, to score 12 goals in our last 3 away games, you know, the numbers really are staggering, guys. I don't want to say that we've got automatic Champions League qualification at the moment, because we haven't. You know, until it's mathematically impossible, you know, we've still got to watch out for Everton, who are 8 points behind us, I think, something like that. And then obviously Spurs managed to come from behind against Southampton yesterday to win. That said, I believe if we beat Spurs at Anfield come the weekend on Sunday, that will put Spurs out of the race for top 4, and then it's just Everton to focus on. But, you know, I think another 3 drop points for Everton, and again, perhaps then the race for top 4 is over, and then we've secured Champions League qualification. I think that's the most important thing, guys. In terms of the title, we do need sides to slip up. We need we need Manchester City to slip up, and they've got obviously the upcoming game against United tomorrow. Hopefully United can do us a favour and take some points off them. They've got Arsenal then, you know, they've got Everton later on in the season towards the very end. So City do have options there still. They do have teams that they could drop points against, and if they do, I think it'll be fantastic for us, because it'll put the title in our own hands. You know, if we then win our remaining games, we win the title. I think it is a little bit premature at the minute. I think we have to, I adhere to what Brendan Rodgers has said. 1 game at a time, Sunderland next, and we need the 3 points. That's what we've got to do. We've got to make sure that we go out there and get 3 points. But how refreshing, guys, will it be to be back at Anfield? I'm so relieved and so happy that we're going to be back at Anfield. You know, our fortress back at home. It feels like we haven't been there in forever, you know, in an awfully long time. But basically, guys, I want your opinions on what you think the score will be in the Sunderland game at Anfield. I'm going to go 3-0 for the mighty Reds. And I'm going to go the obvious for goal scorers. I'm going to back Luis Suarez to grab a couple and Sturridge to grab the third. I'm going to say 3-0. I don't want to be too arrogant, too cocky, but perhaps it could be more. But I'd be very, very disappointed without anything other than a comfortable win. And remember, guys, goal difference is very important at this stage of the season, with us being 5 goals clear of Chelsea in goal difference at this moment in time. But yeah, please leave your thoughts below. Thank you very much, and sorry this video is late. Next video will go up Wednesday evening after our game against Sunderland. Thank you very much, guys. This is KopThis. I'm Terence. You'll never walk alone. Cheers.